Narayanam namaskritya naram chaiva narottamam devim saraswatim vyasam tato jayam mudirayet nashtaprayeshu badreshu nityam bhagavatasevaya bhagavati yutthamashloke bhaktir bhavati naishtaki. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 2, entitled Prayers by the Demigods, Text 30. Tvayi ambuja aksha akila sattva dhamni Tvayi ambuja aksha akila sattva dhamni Tvayi ambuja aksha akila sattva dhamni Samadhina aveshita chetasa eke samadhinaveshita chetasaike samadhinaveshita chetasaike tvatpadapotena mahatkritena tvatpadapotena mahatkritena tvatpadapotena mahatkritena kurvanti govatsapadam bhava abdhim kurvanti govatsapadam bhavabdhim kurvanti govatsapadam bhavabdhim Tvayambujaksha kila sattvadhamni samadhinaveshita chetasaike tvatpadapotena mahatkritena kurvanti govatsapadam bhavabdhim Tvayambujaksha kila sattvadhamni samadhinaveshita chetasaike tvatpadapotena mahatkritena kurvanti govatsapadam bhavabdhim Tvayambujaksha kila sattvadhamni samadhinaveshita chetasaike tvatpadapotena mahatkritena kurvanti govatsapadam bhavabdhim. Vai in you, Ambuja Aksha, O lotus-eyed Lord, Akila Sattva-dhamni, who are the original cause of all existence, from whom everything emanates, and in whom all potencies reside. Samadhina, by constant meditation and complete absorption in thoughts of you, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Aveshita, fully absorbed, fully engaged. Chetasa, but by such a mentality. Eke, the one process of always thinking of your lotus feet. Tvatpadapotena, by boarding such a boat as your lotus feet. Mahat kritena, by that action which is considered the most powerful original existence, or which is executed by Mahajanas. Kurvanti, they make. Govatsapadam, like the hoof print of a calf. Bhava Abdhim, the great ocean of nations. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Translation. O lotus-eyed Lord, by concentrating one's meditation on your lotus feet, which are the reservoir of all existence, and by accepting those lotus feet as the boat by which to cross the ocean of nations, one follows in the footsteps of Mahajanas, great saints, sages, and devotees. By this simple process, one can cross the ocean of nations as easily as one steps over the hoof print of a calf. Translation with repetition. O lotus-eyed Lord, by concentrating one's meditation on your lotus feet, which are the reservoir of all existence, and by accepting those lotus feet as the boat by which to cross the ocean of nations, one follows in the footsteps of Mahajanas, great saints, sages, and devotees. By this simple process, one can cross the ocean of nations as easily as one steps over the hoof print of a calf. Purport. The true mission in life is to cross the ocean of nations, of repeated birth and death. Those in the darkness of ignorance, however, do not know this mission. Instead, being carried away by the waves of material nature, prakrite kriyamanani gunai karmani sarvashaha, they are undergoing the tribulations of mrityu samsara vartmani, repeated birth and death. But persons who have achieved knowledge by the association of devotees follow the Mahajanas, Mahatkritena. Such a person always concentrates his mind upon the lotus feet of the Lord and executes one or more of the 9 varieties of devotional service, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Padasevanam. Simply by this process, one can cross this insurmountable ocean of nations. Devotional service is powerful in any form. Shri Vishnu Shravane Parikshit Abhavad Vaiyasaki Kirtane Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu 1.2.265. According to this verse, Maharaj Parikshit became liberated by fully concentrating his mind on hearing the Lord's holy name, attributes, and pastimes. Similarly, Shukadev Goswami simply glorified the Lord, and by speaking on the subject matters of Krishna that constitute the entire Srimad Bhagavatam, he too was liberated. One may also be liberated simply by Sakhya, friendly behavior with the Lord, Such is the power of devotional service. As we learn from the examples set by the Lord's many pure devotees, Swayambhur Narada Shambhu Kumara Kapilo Manuhu Prahalado Janako Bhishmo Bhalir Vayasakir Vayam. Bhagavatam 6.3.20. We have to follow in the footsteps of such devotees, for by this one easy process one can cross the great ocean of nations, just as one might cross a small hole created by the hoof of a calf. Here the Lord is described as Ambujaksha or lotus-eyed. By seeing the eyes of the Lord, which are compared to lotus flowers, one becomes so satisfied that one does not want to turn his eyes to anything else. Simply by seeing the transcendental form of the Lord, a devotee is at once fully absorbed in the Lord in his heart. This absorption is called samadhi. Dhyana vastita tadghatena manasa pashyanti yam yoginaha. Bhagavatam 12.13.1. A yogi is fully absorbed in thoughts of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, for he has no other business than to think of the Lord always within the heart. It is also said, Samashritaye padapallava plavam mahat padam punya yasho murare bhavam budir vatsa padam param padam 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 yat vipadam natesham. For one who has accepted the boat of the lotus feet of the Lord, who is the shelter of cosmic manifestation and is famous as Murari, the enemy of the demon Mura, the ocean of material world is like the water contained in a calf's hoof print. His goal is Parampadam or Vaikuntha, the place where there are no material miseries, not the place where there is danger at every step. Bhagavatam 10.14.58. This process is recommended here by authorities like Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva, Swayambhur Narada Shambhu, and therefore we must take to this process in order to transcend nations. This is very easy, but we must follow in the footsteps of great personalities, and then success will be possible. In regard to the word Mahat Kritena, it is also significant that the process shown by great devotees is not only for them, but also for others. If things are made easy, this affords facility for the persons who has made them easy, and also for others who follow the same principles. The process recommended in this verse for crossing the ocean of nations is easy, not only for the devotees, but also for common persons who follow the devotee. Mahajano yena gatassa pantaha. Thus ends the Bhaktivedanta purport. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Nitinamine Namaste Sarasvate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. This verse explains the process by which a conditioned soul can cross over the ocean of material existence. By following in the footsteps of Mahajanas, great devotees, pure devotees, and being connected to them will help us to meditate on the lotus feet of the Lord. The lotus feet of the Lord acts as the boat by which one can cross over this ocean of material existence. And also in this purport, Prabhupada mentions one more verse from Bhagavatam. Samashritaye padapallava plavam mahat padam punya yasho murarer bhavam budir vatsa padam param padam 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 yat vipadam na tesham. Vatsapadam. The similarity between this verse and the present verse, what we are discussing, Go Vatsapadam and Vatsapadam. So, by meditating on the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord, Prabhupada also mentions how to meditate through the process of 9 varieties of devotional service: Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Pada Sevanam. So, by meditating on the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord, means by executing devotional service to Krishna, the vast ocean of material existence reduces to a small water contained in a hoof print of a calf. So anybody can easily cross over this ocean of material existence. All of us are put in this material world, and we are struggling here with miseries like birth, death, old age, and disease, and also the 3 kleshas: Adhyatmika, Adidhaivika, Adibhautika klesha. As per Bhagavad Gita, the fundamental teaching of Bhagavad Gita is, Bhagavad Gita says that we are not this body, we are spirit soul. The soul is Satchidananda. The soul is eternal. The soul is full of knowledge, and the soul is full of bliss. But presently, the soul is engaged in this body, and this body has got opposite nature than of the soul. This body is not Sat, it is not eternal. The body is ignorant, means it is Achit, and the body gives us suffering. So it is actually not required for the soul to be in this body. But because of forgetfulness of Krishna, the soul has accepted this body, and the soul is actually suffocating in this body. So when we forget our actual position and our relationship with Krishna, we are put into this material world, and the soul has to transmigrate through 84 lakh species of life. So after it has gone through all of the species, after it has evolved and attained this human form of life, then the mission is, here Prabhupada says, the true mission in life is to cross the ocean of missions. So after having attained this human form of life, Shastra says, Atato Brahma Jignasa. Now you should start inquiring about the absolute truth. The present, all of us know this election is going on. The present government comes up with a slogan every time. What is the slogan? Anybody knows? Ab ki baar, 400 par. For a spiritualist like us, after having attained human life, we should say ab ki baar samsar par, not 400 par. How to get out of this material existence. So that should be the mission of human life. So being in this body, we start identifying this body with body. Not only this body, anything related with this body. My house, my children, my spouse, my bank balance, my car, my dress. So we start identifying with everything which is related to this body. But all these things, what we identify with is temporary. Nothing is permanent. Only three things are permanent and eternal facts in this world. One is the Supreme Lord, Krishna. Krishna is always God. He was God, He is God, and He continues to be God. Krishna didn't become God. Many times, sometimes when we go for book distribution, people will ask, how did Krishna become God? Krishna didn't become God. Krishna is God always. So Krishna is eternal, and we, the spirit soul, is eternal. And the relationship that exists between the soul and the Lord, that is eternal. Now, since we are identifying with this body, actually it is an ignorance, because we are born here in this country, we think we are Indian, and we say India is great. Somebody born in China, they say China is great. Someone who is born in Pakistan, they will say Pakistan is great. But if you happen to take birth in Pakistan tomorrow, then you have to support the Pakistan cricket team, not the Indian cricket team. So today we will become happy if the Indian cricket team wins. And in the next birth, if we take birth as a Pakistani, then we will not be happy if the Indian cricket team wins. So this is a complete illusion in which we are put into, accepting that this body to be the person. Actually, we are not this body, we are spirit, soul. So why are we identifying this body with body? Because presently the whole situation is created, this whole material world is created because we have forgotten our real position as spirit soul, and we have forgotten mainly who is God. We have forgotten Krishna. So that is why we are put into this world, and this world is like a rehabilitation center. If you go to any rehabilitation center, they will, if somebody is addicted to some bad habits, they will be guided or trained how to get out of this bad habit. Similarly, all of us are put into this rehabilitation center so that we realize our mistake and understand that we are not this body. So, the external energy of the Lord, the illusionary energy of the Lord, is acting on the conditioned souls in this world. What is the work of the illusionary energy? Krishna says, Mama Maya Dhuratyaya. Maya is doing a thankless job of putting the conditioned soul into forgetfulness of Krishna. And this Maya, external energy of God, has got two aspects. It acts in two ways. Now, when you go outside and you see people, they're completely absorbed in their day-to-day affairs. And they are not even interested to know about spirituality. They are completely ignorant. At least devotees who are coming to temple, they know at least we are not this body. Theoretically, we are not this body, we are spirit, soul. And we know something about Krishna. And we are trying to understand about Krishna and make further progress in Krishna consciousness. But there are people who are completely ignorant about their existence, about their identity. They think the body is their identity. So, for the people who are completely ignorant, the Avarnatmika Shakti of Maya is acting. Avarnatmika Shakti means covering potency. They are completely covered by Maya. They don't even know what is their identity and what is the purpose of their existence. But for those who are coming to temple, and trying to understand about Krishna and want to make advancement in Krishna consciousness, there is one more potency of Maya acting that is called Rikshepatmaka Shakti. This Maya pulls this devotee. The devotee is trying to move towards Krishna, but Maya tries to pull this devotee back and put him into ignorance. So these are the two kinds of energies acting on the living entities. Now, what is the work of Maya? The work of Maya is to make the living entity forget Krishna and remain in this material world. So she is doing a thankless job. Actually, of course, Maya, as Krishna says, Mama Maya Dhuratyaya. Maya is nothing but Krishna's energy who is working for Krishna. Once, Narada Muni, he goes to Vaikuntha to meet Lord Narayana. So he entered Vaikuntha, and the doorkeepers of Lord Narayana asked Narada Muni to please wait because Lord is completely busy in his work. He's actually busy, so please wait for some time. The Lord will come and meet you. So then Narada Muni thought, oh, my Lord is so wonderful. He is the creator, maintainer, and destructor. Definitely he'll be having a lot of work to do. So maybe he's busy. Let me wait for him for some time. So Narada Muni was waiting, then immediately the Lord arrived. Of course, the Lord is maintaining the entire thing, but he's getting it done through his energies. He's not personally involved. So the Lord came and saw this Narada Muni. So Narada Muni was very happy to see the Lord, and he immediately offered prostrated obeisances to the Lord. So then the Lord, Narada Muni started speaking to the Lord. Narada Muni told the Lord that just now I had visited the material world, and in the material world, I could see the influence of your illusory energy. And I'm actually bewildered. I just wanted to know what is that Maya Shakti? What is that illusory energy? And how does it work? And what is the purpose of your illusory energy? Then the Lord said, okay, Narada, I've been working for a long time. I just want to relax. Both of us go for a walk. You come with me. Then the Lord, Narayana, along with Narada Muni, they went for a walk. They entered a beautiful garden, which was fully green, filled with nice green trees and nice, beautiful flowers. The birds were chirping. So beautiful ambience, environment. So both the Lord and the devotee, Narada, both were enjoying. After they walked for a distance, when they reached the crossroad, Narada Muni felt thirsty. He told the Lord, Lord, I'm thirsty. I need some water. Then the Lord told Narada Muni, why don't you go there? Nearby there is a pond and there's a fresh water, nice water there. You can go and quench your thirst there. You can go and drink water and quench your thirst. So Narada Muni went to that pond. He cupped his hands like this and he was about to drink water. Someone from behind started calling Narada Muni. Hey, Narada Muni, Narada Muni. He was running towards Narada Muni. So Narada Muni immediately stopped and he turned back and he saw there is a forest tribe was running towards Narada Muni. And he told Narada Muni, oh, Narada Muni, I'm so fortunate to have your darshan, such a great devotee of the Lord. Why are you struggling to drink water? Why don't you come to my house? I can provide you some nice, cool water in a pot. So Narada Muni thought, not a bad idea. So let me go to his house. Anyway, he is inviting me. Let me go to his house and comfortably sit and drink water. So Narada Muni went to this person's house So he received Narada Muni very nicely because he's an exalted devotee, great devotee. He washed his feet and received him, gave him a warm hospitality. He made him sit on a chair. He gave him an asana and he gave him some pot of water. Then this person started speaking. He told Narada Muni, I will not be happy or satisfied just by giving you some water. I want to offer you some fruits. So I'll go and bring some fruits for you. So Narada Muni thought, oh, not a bad idea. So nice. Along with water, I'm getting some more fruits. Let me have some fruits. So then this person called his daughter. He had a beautiful daughter. He called his daughter and introduced his daughter to Narada Muni. Told this, he's Narada Muni, is a great, exalted devotee of Narayana. You should please take care of him. I'll go and get some fruits. So this daughter agreed and she started fanning Narada Muni. So Narada Muni was drinking water and she was fanning Narada Muni, and this person, her father, went out to get fruits. So Narada Muni saw this daughter of this person and he thought, she's so beautiful. If somehow her father agrees, then I would like to get married to her. So then after a while, this person returns back and he offers fruits. Then Narada Muni will tell this person, if you are okay, if you want to marry your daughter, I'm ready to marry her. So then this person was so happy. Narada Muni is going to become my son-in-law. Oh, such a great exalted devotee is going to be my son-in-law. And he immediately agreed. What more? Means how much fortunate I am to get a son-in-law like Narada Muni. So immediately he agreed and he got this wedding done of Narada Muni and his daughter. So Narada Muni got married and he had a family and he also had a kid with this girl, and Narada Muni was running a samsara. He was going, he was working, and he was taking care of his wife, he was taking care of his kid. So many days passed. One day, many days passed, Narayana is still waiting for Narada Muni. One day, both husband and wife, Narada Muni and this girl, they were busy with some work within the house, and their kid was playing outside the courtyard, and there was a river flowing nearby this courtyard, their house. So when they were engaged in their works, suddenly they heard some commotion outside. So his wife got disturbed and she wanted to know what is happening. What happened? Narada Muni said, nothing has happened, you don't worry. But she was curious to know what is happening, and she ran outside the house. When she went outside, she saw that her kid has fallen into the river and is drowning and is flowing. So immediately she wanted to save the kid. She also went and trying to save the kid, she also fell into the river. And she also started screaming. Now Narada Muni heard this, his wife screaming. He came out now. And he saw both his wife and kid, both are drowning in the river and they are flowing in the current of the river. So now Narada Muni wants to save. So he started running on the banks to save his wife and his kid. Then Narada Muni thought, I will not be able to save both of them. Let me save one person. Let me save my wife so that I can have more kids from her. So Narada Muni started running with a lot of anxiety, a lot of tension. He was then he took a stick and somehow he wanted to reach that stick to his wife so that she can hold it and she can come out. And trying with all anxiety, Narada Muni was running and trying to get his wife outside. He also fell into the river. And he was about to drown. Then immediately he called out the name of Lord, Narayana. So when he called out of the name of the Lord Narayana, the Lord tapped on his back. Then actually the whole thing was a big illusion, but which the Narada had actually felt it is real. Then the Lord told Narada, now you got to know what is Maya. You went to drink water, and that person came and offered fruits. You thought it would be nice if I get fruits. You went there. After that, he, you got attracted to his daughter, and you thought you will be nice, you'll be happy if you get married to her. You got married to her. Then you got entangled in the whole family samsara, and you completely forgot me. So this is what Maya does. What does Maya do? Maya will take us away from Krishna and make us to forget Krishna. And how will it happen? It will not happen just like Maya. You will not even know. Gradually, Maya enters into our life. Like Prabhupada gives an example. When you're traveling in a train and you're comfortably seated, like 3 people are sitting, one person will come, he'll be standing next to you, and he will ask, can you give me a little side? I want to sit. So you will allow him to sit. You'll give some little space. After some time, you'll see he would have occupied the complete space. You will not be able to sit properly. You will be having. So this is how Maya takes the place. So there's devotees say, we should not give an inch to Maya. We should not even give an inch to Maya, because if you give an inch to Maya, she will take a mile. So we should not even give an inch to Maya. So when you get into this samsara, you get absorbed in the affairs of samsara, and you completely forget Krishna. There was one more instance which happened in the life of Adi Shankaracharya. Shankaracharya once, he was used to debate with people, because there were a lot of atheists at that time. But there was a scholar called Manduka Mishra. So he was debating with this Manduka Mishra with a Vedic conclusion, and he defeated this Mishra, Manduka Mishra. But his wife also was a scholar. So she didn't agree the defeat, because she told Shankaracharya, unless and until you defeat me, we don't consider that we are defeated, because I am his better half. So you should have a debate with me, and you should defeat me also. His wife's name was Bharati. So Shankaracharya started a debate with this lady, and this wife of Manduka Mishra, she started asking questions related to conjugal affairs in this world. And Shankaracharya couldn't answer, because Shankaracharya took sannyas at a very young age, when he was 6 or 7 years old. So Shankaracharya requested this lady Bharati that you please give me 6 months' time. After 6 months, I will come and again debate with you. So what did Shankaracharya do? Shankaracharya, along with his disciples, he left that place and he went to some other place. And he told his disciples that I want to know about the conjugal affairs in this world, because since I took sannyasa at very young age, I don't know anything about this. So I want to know about this. So Shankaracharya told, I will leave this body and enter into the body of a king who had left his body recently. Amaruka, I think the king's name is Amaruka. So I want to enter into the king's body and want to know what is this Kamarasa, conjugal affairs. So till then, you please preserve this body. So after I have understood everything, give me 6 months' time. After I have understood, if I don't return back, then you come to me and chant this Moha Mudraga. Is that correct? This Bhaja Govindam, Govindam Bhaja Modate. So you come and chant these verses which was composed by me. So then I will return back to this, my body. So Shankaracharya leaves his body and enters into this body of this king. And all the queens of this king becomes very happy. They'll become very happy seeing that king coming back to life. And he was trying to understand the whole thing, and Shankaracharya actually forgot. He completely got absorbed in his worldly affairs. So he didn't return back after 6 months also. So then the disciples of Shankaracharya will come to this king. Somehow they get into the palace and they start reciting this verses from Bhajagovindam. That is when Shankaracharya will realize. They will say, Tattvamasi, Tattvamasi. Then he'll say, yeah, so's me. Then Shankaracharya will come back to this, his original consciousness, and he gets back to his body. And then he goes and defeats that lady Bharati. So the whole thing is how we get conditioned to a particular life. Even great acharyas like Shankaracharya or even Narada Muni, they can be put into illusion. Then what about the conditioned soul like us? Once a king was speaking to his astrologer and asking him, inquiring from the astrologer to know about his next birth. He wanted to know where will he be born in his next life. And the astrologer made a lot of study, and he got to know that this king will have the body of a hog. He'll become a pig in the next life. So then he started inquiring more to know the details. What will be my body color? Where will I be born? All the exact details the king inquired from this person. So he told, your body color will be both black and white. You'll be born in such and such place, everything. So then this king, what he did, he called his son, the prince, and he told him, see, this is what the astrologer has told me. I'll be born in such and such a place as a hog. So what you should do is, when such a thing happens, you should come immediately and kill me. So as told by the astrologer, the king left his body and he happened to be born as a big hog. So immediately the prince, as instructed by his father, he went to that place and he took his sword and he was about to kill the pig. The pig told, please don't kill me. Now this prince inquired, you told me to kill, now you're telling, please don't kill me, why? So the pig told, when I was the king, I thought this life is the most abominable life. But now I realize this life, what I've got is much better than heavenly life. So this is what we consider. So we get conditioned to whatever life, whether suffering, whatever it is, we feel this life is very nice. And this is nothing but Maya. So if you have to cross over this ocean of material existence, it is very difficult for conditioned souls like us, because we are completely in ignorance. We are attached to so many things in this world, and we enjoy our life, though it is not an enjoyment. Therefore, this verse, it is said, you should come in the association of Mahajanas. Unless and until you associate with pure devotees, you cannot come out of this material existence. Pure devotees will know how to take you out of this material existence. Whatever life we may be leading, how much ever sins we would have committed, somehow if you are connected to a pure devotee, your success is assured. Like this, acharyas, pure devotees are like, I give an example of engine in a train. If you see that engine, it has got a lot of power and it pulls all the other bogies which is connected to the engine. And wherever the engine goes, these bogies also will follow. So the engine takes the responsibility of the bogies to reach the destination. Only thing, the bogie should be connected to the engine. That is which we need to ensure. We have to be connected to a pure devotee. If you are connected to the pure devotee, then your destination Vaikuntha is ensured. If you are not connected, you may have best of the qualities in you. You may have all kinds of talents in you. If you are not connected to a pure devotee, then you are going to remain there. Just like a bogie, if it is not connected to the engine, the bogie will remain there. So because pure devotees are very, very merciful. They don't see whether you are qualified or not qualified. You are just, if you are there under their guidance, under their shelter, you will be taken care. There was one more instance in the Shastras, like how pure devotees are, having a big heart, they are merciful. Once Narada Muni, he again went to Vaikuntha, made, so Narada Muni keeps going to Vaikuntha everywhere. So he went to Vaikuntha to meet Lord Narayana. So Narayana asked Narada Muni, where are you coming from? He told, I'm coming from Bhumi, the earth. So when you were in the earth, what do you think? What is the biggest thing you saw there? He told, the biggest thing is nothing but the earth itself. The biggest thing is nothing but the earth itself. Then Narayana told Narada Muni, how can you say that? Because if you see on this earth, the earth is only 25%. Remaining 75% is covered with water. So how can you say earth is the biggest thing? Earth is not big. What is the biggest thing? Water. What you see on the earth is bigger. Oh, then Narada Muni said, yes, yes, my dear Lord, what you said is correct. Then the Lord told Narada, if you remember, once Agastya Muni, he had taken all the water on the earth in his hand and he drank that water. So now who is big? The water or Agastya? So then Narada Muni said, yes, Lord, what you said is correct. Agastya Muni is bigger than anything. Then the Lord said, this Agastya Muni is nothing but he's one star in this entire sky. Now who is big? Agastya Muni or the sky? The sky is a vast space. Agastya Muni is one small star. So then the Narada Muni said, yes, yes, my dear Lord. The sky is a vast space and sky is bigger than Agastya. Then the Lord again told Narada Muni, if you remember, when I had incarnated as Vamana, what did I do? I had conquered the entire sky with my 1 feet. So now, which is big? Yes, my dear Lord, your feet is big than anything. Your lotus feet, that is the glory of your lotus feet. Wait. Now, you know, my pure devotees, they always carry their lotus feet in their heart. So now, which is the biggest thing? The heart of a pure devotee is bigger than anything. So that's how Prabhupada has built this organization, ISKCON, so that the whole world can come and stay in this organization. Bhagavatam says, Bhavat Vida Bhagavatas Tirtha Bhuta Swayam Vibho Tirti Kurvanti Tirthani Swantastena Ghadabhrata. Because the pure devotee is carrying the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord within their heart, wherever they go, they convert that place in the place of pilgrimage. Like when you go to Ganga, you take bath, you leave all your contamination, sins there. Now Ganga gets contaminated. Yamuna gets contaminated. Now who will purify Ganga? Who will purify Yamuna? When these pure devotees like Prabhupada, when they go and take bath in Ganga and Yamuna, they purify Ganga and they purify Yamuna. So that's how when Prabhupada went to West, he created new Vrindavan, he created new Jagannath Puri, he created new Dwaraka. So that is the potency of pure devotees of Krishna. So somehow if we are connected to pure devotees, that is the process what is being mentioned, they will engage us and they will train us how to meditate on the lotus feet of Krishna. And by meditating on the lotus feet of Krishna, we can easily cross over this ocean of material existence. With this, I'll stop here. Granthra Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Jagadguru Srila Prabhupada ki jai.